What's up, guys? If you enjoy the following lesson, check out my full library of lessons on What's up, guys? This is JRock, your puppet teacher from Animated Beat Mechanics. And this lesson, we're talking about battling. So, this is a different lesson. I definitely had a lot of requests from some of my students over the years, mostly private students that would say, hey, how do you prepare for a battle? How do you prepare for a contest? And things like that. How do you win contests? And so on. And I would give them the advice and coach them on how I approach it. But I've never put it out there open for everyone. I'm getting a little older now, and I'm not competing as much. I compete maybe once to twice a year, and I don't mind sharing this information. This is more like, I think it needs to be put out there, because a lot of contests I see on the local, smaller level are just really boring to watch. And it's like, I don't think that there's not enough passion. I just think there's not enough guidance on what some of the younger generation can do to bring up their game and for contests. And I don't know if maybe it's going over their heads on why certain people keep winning contests around the world. There's a lot of different strategy that goes into it. So this lesson's gonna focus on me coaching you through entering battles, how to win battles, how to get further in battles, how to get past prelims. So it depends on what level you're on, but I promise this lesson is gonna help you, give you some mental confidence, some strength, and some strategies on preparing for that. First off, let's talk about contests. So there's contests all over the world these days. Now, back when I first started, I'm not that old, but I'm getting a little older, popping contests were the new thing. Originally, the OGs and the originators, they didn't have popping contests. These guys would go to clubs, they would go to parties, they would go to high school dance contests, and that's where they would battle each other. And the battling came from, you wanted to establish your name. You wanted people to talk about you. Like, yo, have you heard of JRock from LA, bro? He's sick, man. He battled so-and-so and smoked him. What? And that word of mouth would travel quickly. So that's how Wiggles built his name. That's how Taco built his name. Poppin' Pete, all these guys. Poppin' Andre is known as the popping bounty hunter is what he calls himself. Bounty hunter. So he would hear about someone and go find them and battle them. So already I'm starting to teach you something if you picked up on it. You want to go after and battle people that have a name, because that's how you're going to get a name. So in other words, you don't want to be the big fish in a small pond. You don't want to be the best guy in a small little city that there's only 3 poppers, because that's where the problem is today, in a sense that people are content with being good because maybe their video went viral on YouTube, or maybe they keep winning their local dance battle, but they're not traveling outside their city to battle the best from the other cities. Now, fast forward it to today, there's organized contests, and that started around my generation. And the organized contests are an opportunity for you to go enter a contest and dance against people who are from other cities. They even fly in guest battlers, which I've done plenty of those before. And that's exciting for me, because I go, I can see, so-and-so from Korea or Japan or France is here. I'm gonna go against the best today, or I have a chance to maybe go against the best. So, so first and foremost, know that it's to build a name, it's to get your name out there. You have to put yourself out there by entering these contests. And some people say, are these contests against the culture and the authenticity of it? Yes and no. Yes, because the original culture should be like what I said, that if you're really about this dance, it's not about confrontation. It's not about yelling and arguing and fighting and stuff. It's about competition. So there's nothing wrong with you going to someone and saying, hey, I heard you're dope, I want to battle you. That's some G stuff right there. That is actually the real essence of this dance. It's like, yo, I heard you're dope, I want to battle you, what's up? You can do it in a circle, or you can do it at a jam, like you come up to him and ask him, hey, you want to go battle? Let's go. Or you can just do it in a circle without even announcing it. You can be dancing in a circle and go, I want to dance against this person. I've heard of that person. And maybe you start off with someone small. Maybe you do start off with the best person in your city. And if you live in a big city with a lot of people, okay, well maybe you start off with some other people that are good. But for many of you around the world, the popping scenes are still small and developing. So go for the best person in your city, train, and say, I'm gonna get that guy in a few months. You can call him out in a circle or in a contest. Right now we're starting with the circle vibe, because I want you guys to get that feeling first. Going into ciphers is so important. Session, getting into ciphers, calling people out. There are unsaid rules in the dance and this culture that yes, it can get aggressive on how you're battling, but there's certain rules, like you don't touch people and so on.
When you're popping, they pop in front of you, and they be getting in your face, and you can't do what you want to do. Yeah, they'll be going up to you trying to pop in front of you like.
Now that provokes fight.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, hey,
I try not to get fight stuff like that.
me neither. I just say, hey, when they want to fight, you have to say, hey,
I get
pop
serious.
in the dance.
I get serious, but I give respect too, man. Okay, go ahead, it's your turn.
Yeah.
And you finish? Don't put my face. Yeah, please. I've had people touch me before when they're popping.
Oh, yeah?
I get mad. Yeah, they go up to you and they like pop, show me. Pop. Okay, they get real close, and I do it back to them because they go like this and stuff, and then sometimes they might hit you. They'll do something, they might bump you or something, and that's when don't be touching me. That's when I get mad.
Show them about the face, how they did it.
All right, show me. The face.
How one of the oldest the popping moves when you first start out is when they challenge you and they come up and they get your face.
Eat it.
They step on it and they throw it out.
It's intimidating. I've had dudes come to grab your head and do all this stuff, and they bounce it and they kick it and they troll it around, play basketball with it. They put it back on your head. How do you like that?
Yeah, that's not right.
So what?
That's just provoking a fight.
That's all that is. When somebody takes your head off, all that asking for some knuckles. That's all you asking for.
Dancing's like a lot, all that a lot of us have, and to have that reputation for all you're known at. If you're not known for, being real tough, or you're not known for having, the nicest car or the money or anything, you're known for your dancing. When you're known for that and that's all you have, if somebody beats you, it takes away your pride and your dignity. And street dance got a lot of that. And, you just gotta keep going. Kind of things like that slow you down. Keep pushing for what you want.
So the proper way to call someone out, the way I would give you advice, is there's two different ways. Say that guy dances in a circle, or he or she. She's dancing, he's dancing in a cipher, and you know that you want to battle that person with everyone watching, and tonight's the night you're going to call them out. Boom, they're getting down, boom, boom, boom. As soon as they finish, they're walking out of the circle. Boom, step into the circle. That already has a certain energy to it. Whereas if you're in a normal cipher, it's kind of like, yay, okay, then someone slowly takes their time and comes out, right? You're changing the game and the momentum by, when they leave, and your energy is pointing towards them. So you want to face them. Let them know that you're dancing for them. Now, here's where a lot of people get stuck. Don't get stuck there doing that. Make sure you can make eye contact with them. That's right, I'm getting down right now. And then, boom, break out. Now work the circle. Get down in the cipher, right? Get down. Now, your round should have something to do with what that person did. Maybe the person was waving. Maybe the person was doing boogaloo. You want to answer their round. Show them that you're having a conversation, right? So, you made the eye contact. You came out quickly to show you took command of the circle. You make eye contact with them. Let them know this is. You can even get right up close to them and back it up. Boom, boom. People, if they're not slow, are going to be like, oh, I think he's calling them out. You don't have to point at his face and do all this extra stuff. This is the subtle way of doing it. Now get down. You don't have to always be looking. You don't have to always be in their face because your round isn't going to be as good. Use the space. Use the center of the circle. You can hit like a quick moment there close to them if you want to make it more obvious, but always drop back and make sure that everyone sees your round because that's the judges in a cipher, the people watching, right? And the cameras. Someone starts taping, be aware where the camera's at because that's where your soul is going to be playing on YouTube when people start saying who they thought won. You finish your round, always finish your round strong and looking at them. Now, the ball is in their court. Now, you didn't get in their face, you didn't point at them and say, hey, what's up, I want to battle you, blah, blah. This is the subtle way, right? If the guy's smart, he or she, they'll answer right away. They go, oh, I just got called out. Now it's a battle because you have the whole cipher. He just cut off whoever was supposed to go next because there was probably 2 or 3 people that wanted to go, right? But he had to come out because he knows you just gave him a round. Now it's a battle. So once you understand that basic aspect of real battling, cipher battling, call-out battles, now you're ready for contests because contest is just an organized, kind of structured version of what we're doing in the cipher. The more comfortable you are in the cipher, the better you're gonna do on stage in a contest, okay? So that's step 1. So I'm gonna put together some clips for you guys so I can show you how people taking command of the circle and the cipher in a real call-out battle, all right? All right, so next step about getting into battling. This is again, cipher battles and call-outs. Now let's say you do have something going on with the other dancer. Maybe they said something bad about your dance. Maybe there's a little level of disrespect or some kind of bad energy, right? So it's a real battle. It's a really like a, it could turn into something else, but now you guys are settling it through dance, and that's some real stuff. That's actually the way the culture was built on the West Coast and the East Coast back in the day. If it's on that level and it's not just about competing against someone who is good and you want to make a name for yourself, but it's more about a real like, yo, I don't want to smoke this guy. And you do feel the need to get in their face and be like, what's up? What's up? What's up? Let's get down right now. Or, you know what? I heard what you said about my dance, and I'm gonna show you right now that I'm the real stuff, right? That I represent my crew, Animated Beat Mechanics, and we're gonna put it down today. What up? Whatever it is, you decide to let that person know that this is real right here. No matter how pumped up and hyped up you get, you don't touch. Don't ever grab them or push them. If you do a big move around them and you hit them or you bump them or you step on their foot, consider it points being deducted in your head because that's showing that you don't have control over your space. So everything needs to be playing, you could play around that person's space. This is when you start getting into diss and battle moves, burns and so forth, what they call, that's b-boy terminology, but it's really about, yeah, like you can hit a move in someone's face, boom, bash, boom, and there's so many different battle moves that people have used over the years. One of my favorite battle moves ever of all time is what Frankie did to my boy Bruce. I'm cool with both of them, but at Just Debut, in front of 30,000 people, the setup, I'm not gonna go too long on it, but they like to kick between the legs in France, right? I'm sure you've seen that before, they go whoop. So Bruce knew it was coming and he's like, come on, yeah, kick between my legs, come on. And the video speaks for itself. What Frankie did was, he did the splits between his legs and shot between them on beat, on an accent in the music, came around behind him, bam. Done. Battle is done. Bruce going home today. So battle moves can be very effective, but they're risky. If Bruce would have closed his legs, Frankie would have crashed into him. It would have been a mess. It would have been Frankie's fault. So just be careful. Battle moves can go very wrong. So you're taking a chance. You have to be quick. It has to be on the music. Again, if it's a real call-out battle, Never touch, never disrespect on that level, because you're disrespecting the dance and the culture. And that goes for the same on context.
We're about to add a little bit more fuel to this fire. Let's get it. Here we go, y'all. I remember when battle music last all night.
Let's talk about contest. If you guys are going to contest, to compete, just know that it's always being filmed. It's always being filmed. You have to play towards the camera and the judges. At the same time, you have to remember the real rules of battling, because the judges are usually real dancers that know what real battling is. And if you're not making eye contact with your opponent and you're not putting the energy toward your opponent and you're only performing, it's not gonna come off right. So if you see me battling a lot, I do a blend of both, because I do play towards the camera, but then I'm also letting that person know that this is about you right now. And I, always be sure to like shoot some energy towards them to know. And what this also does is it's about traveling the floor. So in contests, you have this huge stage. The worst thing you can do is stay in your corner like this and just come out a little bit, maybe go to the center, okay, I'm done. No, you have to be strong when you rewind it even more. They call your name. JRock versus so-and-so, right? Even how you carry yourself coming to stage, you already have to start getting in the mentality that I'm here to battle. I'm here to win today. Let's rewind it even more. Before you left the house, the way you dress is so important. You don't have to dress like me. Dress how you want to dress. You can create a weird character costume where maybe you're a nerd that wears big glasses and a bow tie and suspenders and a cane, and like you look fucking weird, that's your thing. But it creates a character. Maybe it's a jacket with your crew name on the back, which is so important, or a shirt with your name embroidered on it or something. It just lets the judges and the other dancers know that you're serious, that you're here to dance. When you look just fashionable, it can be confusing, because it's like, okay, you look cool, or even maybe you're trying to be relaxed, like, oh, I'm a hardcore dancer, I have a sweat towel and these sweaty pants and a baggy shirt on, and it looks frumpy, it doesn't look good for stage. And this is some real stuff. This is stuff that the OGs told me as well. They said, man, get yourself a fit that you like to dance in, that accents how you move. I would say complements your movement. Like I said, getting your crew name on the back with maybe it's just your name, but you come to the contest with a vibe that I'm here to dance. And I promise you, it's a little bit of an edge that people are looking at you and saying, oh man, I'm telling you, if you see over the last 20 years, I've always done that because it was instilled to me by my teachers and saying, yo, put some better clothes on, put some better shoes on. They did it in a clowning way. They would just, that was their generation. They said, what kind of shoes are those, bro? Like, track shoes? Man, get you some real dance kicks, or what are those pants you're wearing? They kind of would make fun of me when I was like, oh, okay, I better get some better stuff. And over the years, it became now people coming up to me saying, dang, you look fresh, oh man, blah, 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 blah. And for me, I'm just like, oh, this is just some stuff from my closet, because I have a whole closet of dance clothes now. Stuff that I like to get down that makes me feel funky, makes me feel good, and you're gonna dance better. And the energy that you receive is gonna feel, you start elevating from the get-go. So as you're coming to the stage, you're already feeling like, I'm about to kill it, play some music, You have to have a confidence to yourself. Not a cockiness, a confidence that you're ready. Look up.
Something hot when you